Alright. Hello there, everyone. Welcome to the stream. This is the correct one. I thought we were supposed to be on the shuttle already. No, it's after the cinematic. So this makes sense. We're in the right place. But welcome to Knights of the Old Republic 2. This is we're going to Dantooine. We did the second half of Andron last time, and we have only one of the main
Finally
planets
decided
left.
to let me take a look at your circuitry.
Answer. Indeed, I did. I hope you understand how difficult it is for me to trust a meat bag with something as delicate as my inner mechanics. Explanation. Our encounters with my copies has convinced me that I should look into upgrading my capabilities in order that I may be able to destroy them with greater impunity.
Worried you might be going obsolete? I understand.
Objection. Nothing of the sort. I am programmed to improve my capabilities if it will improve my chances of destroying a target, even as unsavory an avenue as this.
You don't have to suffer on my account. Maybe you are better off not letting me dig around in you.
Retraction. You must understand, my previous interactions with meatbags have rarely been pleasant. Disclosure. After all, most of those meetings involved the termination of said meatbags.
It obviously couldn't have been your charming personality. Now, if you want me to see if I can upgrade your functionality, just let me get to work on you.
Answer. In that case, please go ahead. Just be careful not to damage any of my delicate parts. Analysis. My self-diagnostic indicates that my performance has indeed been improved. Also, many of my systems are reporting improved efficiency. Commentary. I am most pleased with this turn of events. It would appear that my initial analysis of your mechanical abilities was incorrect.
You're welcome.
+1 bonus to Constitution. Well, isn't that cool?
Iridonian, I would like to speak with you about your assistant.
There's so many of these conversations that just happen.
Oh, right.
All the abandoned
What is it?
characters
I
that we...
believe he has it in his head that my relative size is comical. I find his disparaging beeps and whistles to be quite annoying.
I thought only utility droids had size issues.
If I am to continue to operate with him, I would appreciate it if you spoke with him about this. Otherwise, I will be forced to find a more permanent solution.
I didn't know KotOR II had like a fat shaming scene. But yeah, so we have reached the later stages of the game. We only have one planet of the main kind of like free roaming areas to do, because we are going to Dantooine. Then I think the Ravager is after you complete that, then Malachor. But we also have M4 because we are playing the restored content mod. Though I don't think I don't really want to do it. Oops. Because from everything I've heard, it's not actually that good. Okay, let's use... I feel like I'm using the wrong... No, it is our short lightsaber here in the yellow. Okay. It's just the color on the left one almost looks red. So... Hey, Virginia, Christopher, Gandon, Tritone. I was saying I don't think the HK planet is that good, from what I've heard. Like that fun. Attack and wisdom. I kind of want that. Oh well, we can put them both in anyways. I gave Visas kind of the best stuff, but critical damage bonus ion. Well, I can I grab this from her stuff? We gave it to Kreia, so I think this is the one that Visas is using. Yeah. None. She's using the air alarm here, which is attack +2. I'll let her keep those. Yeah, and that's fine. Oh, I don't think I actually applied that. Yeah, I just want this. I guess I should have actually put it back in ours. Your condolence, assemble, and there we go. The Darksaber is not in this game. Here we go. Do I have Twitch? I do have Twitch. I use it usually to record Empire at War, but I've also sometimes used it to stream stuff that I'm not actually gonna put on this channel. Okay, so if Dantooine's up here, then that needs to be what would typically be up here. Korriban would be in the right place relative to that. Onderon and Duxon, close enough. Nar Shaddaa, close enough. But Tilos doesn't make any sense. Tilos would be like more around here. So they lose points. What? If you look in the description, there should be a link to the Twitch in there. Don't know why we got the Obsidian logo for that. But we are going to have to exit and reload the game. Because this will spin. So, all that to... I'm sure Paragus' location has been established, but I've never... Like, I don't know most planets, or a lot of planets that aren't actually in TR. That's where most of my knowledge would come from, is stuff that I've had to look up for either that or doing a specific video. So I feel like Paragus is meant to be like closer to the north part, but I am not confident in that. Because it's also possible that this game is the only information we've gotten on it, so they placed it relative to either all the other planets or relative to Tilos. Why is the Liberation separate from Ramkota in your mod and other mods? The Liberation is Ramkota. The Liberation isn't in any of our mods. And Ramkota being on the Liberation is just something AOTR does. That's basically Shaq's thing in there. It's not really a canon thing. Add and add. Do we want Kreia for this? I feel like we don't want Kreia for this. I feel like we want someone shooty. I guess we'll take Canderous. The woman notices your lightsabers.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to Administrator Adare, quickly finish your business in Khoonda, and go.
Could you please answer some of my questions first?
I will answer your questions.
Who's Administrator of Adare?
She was the Agricultural Administrator of Dantooine. After the Sith attack, she kept us together. Without her, the only thing you'd see around here
Who's
are
missing?
mercenaries.
Disciple. He'll be on Dantooine. Why are there so many mercenaries here?
We had problems with Mandalorian mercenaries even before the Jedi Civil War. The Jedi helped clear most of the problem up. But after the war, many soldiers from both sides of the conflict became mercenaries. And since we're so far from the core, some started gathering here.
Have the mercenaries caused any problems?
The difference between an out-of-work mercenary and a raider is a vibroblade's edge. The only thing we can prove they've done is intimidate a few farmers. The farmers give them
The droid's
goods,
just
money,
losing its
or
shit
food
in the
just to stay on
background.
their good side. The only one that isn't scared of them is the Administrator. There have also been a lot of disappearances recently, and not all of them can be blamed on Cath hounds. but nobody can prove the mercenaries are responsible.
Who's disappeared?
A farmer here and there, or a family. We lost enough people during the war that keeping the calf hound and Kinrath populations under control hasn't been possible. So there are a lot of animal attacks. Some deaths, too. The disappearances might be just coincidence, but a lot of the stubborn folk seem to be more accident-prone.
I have nothing to do with AOTR, so I don't work on that mod, so if they make Starkiller a hero, it wouldn't be anything to do with me. Where's Khoonda?
Khoonda is the big building just outside the landing port. It used to be the estate of a man named Matali, but he and his family disappeared around the time of the bombardment. The administrator rebuilt it, and now this is our center of government.
This is your center of government?
I know it doesn't look like much, but there aren't many settlers that live on this planet. This building is the start of something new for us. We're very proud of it.
I'll be going now.
Just head into the building, and you'll find your way to the administrator. I'll be over by the entrance if you need anything else.
What do you think of the Old Republic MMO? I've played it a couple times and I had fun with it. MMOs aren't like really usually my thing, but there is some cool stuff in TOR.
My life is yours.
More Thorians. Oh, I'm sorry. No one else has ever minded before. I didn't realize that box wasn't my property. Now I feel bad. I give you greetings, human. So many visitors come to Khoonda, new faces arrive all the time. It's said that all too often turmoil strikes from the humans here. I'm Peto Addo, ecologist and xenobiologist. I await transport off this planet to rejoin my herd. I've explored much on the planet, but I'm anxious to depart. Why are you so anxious to go? The wait for my herdship has been long. I'm eager to return to Tilos, so I must find ways to pass the time. I've taken up a curious recreation known as Pazaak. Much time passed, I made many friends, but now the humans here no longer play with me. I do not completely understand. When I was learning, they were eager to play for small amounts of credits. Now that I enjoy and know the game, no one will play. I even offered to wager rare components useful in making of armor, but after a short time even that was enough. Now I'm anxious for time to pass again. I don't suppose you have a Pazaak deck, an inclination to pass time with me? Let's do a game. You are? That's good to hear. Unfortunately, I saved my armor components for special games. Scrapped after a few hands. I have many credits. We can play for 250 credits a game if you would like. Let's go. I'm looking forward to this. I'll play with my oldest deck. It was good at making friends long ago. Shall we begin? I'm always down for a couple games. Couple friendly games. I feel bad for the guy. The set is tied, but he's wasted a card. I'll stand. Okay, another tie. Another tie. I win. I don't care if I win or not. I just want to spend some time with my new friend. So like this is all just for fun. You run out. How's it going? See? It's all good for friends. That was a good game, and Fortune was with you. I'm eager for another game. What brought you to Dantooine? I was sent to catalog the natural resources of this planet. A fascinating planet filled with life. Okay. But even nature is troubled here. The ecosphere's balance has been lost. Without correction, the planet will falter in time. How can it be corrected? It's difficult to say. Ecosphere forces are hard to disrupt, but the sentients have terrible power. The fallen Jedi's proximity may be the root of the problem, but who can say? Something must be causing the mysterious behavior of the Kinrath. What's so unusual about the Kinrath's behavior? Kinrath are common to several worlds, but where they are well known for their burrowing and nesting, but here they swarm. The tunnels near here appear to be the center of their anomalous behavior. Alright, maybe we can talk later. I must be going. Alright, let's go. You look like you have something going on. The man gapes at your lightsaber.
Jedi, I've got to tell the others.
Wait, what do you have against Jedi?
Leave me be, Jedi.
God damn it. You guys are all weird. You left your sparky computer around, whatever. In we go. The door is locked.
Hey, get away from that door. The last time somebody messed with it, it was locked down for months before we could fix it.
Hmm. But in a past life, I did things here.
You'll find little welcome here, Jedi. For your own good, I recommend you speak to Administrator Adare, quickly finish your business in Khoonda, and go.
Already got yelled at by you. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I think Tarn has finally cracked. Running around like a madman, raving that he was being chased by a Jedi.
Oh, hi, guys.
Tarn is an idiot, to be sure. But he seemed genuinely frightened, and perhaps he did see something.
Do you actually believe a Jedi would return here?
A Jedi, a Sith, and Mandalore.
They wouldn't dare.
They certainly would. You remember how they were. Always so superior, so arrogant, and never lending a hand when we really needed them.
I still don't believe it.
You should.
I'm standing right behind
friend,
you.
He used to tend the gardens around.
It's the one that won't,
he
that can't even see me, that believes me.
Khoonda. Could be hiding anywhere.
Well, I hope it's true. I hear there's a bounty on them, and we could certainly use the money.
Unless somebody beats you to it.
Sure hope nobody tries to take my lightsabers. Or any bounties on me. That would be awkward. Anyways, hi, receptionist.
Welcome to Khoonda. You're a salvager, right? You'll need to see Administrator Adare to get access to the ruins. If you need directions to anything else, just ask.
Where's the administrator?
Her office is directly behind this room. You really can't miss it. She can see you now, if you like.
Why does everyone here think I'm a salvager?
You're not. The only heavily armed people that visit us are either salvagers or mercenaries. And you don't look quite gritty enough to be a mercenary.
Okay. Hi, guys. I don't want to fight you. So please don't get alarmed by the fact that I'm here.
Are you waiting for the Administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here.
Why not?
Khoonda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the Administrator is a pat in the back. I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now. I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the Administrator or Zoran doesn't do something, then I will.
What exactly is your problem?
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated
That sounds
prices.
terrible.
I'm not a violent man.
I would never
I
go
had my
around
share
stealing
of it
stuff
in
from
the war.
people's
I
boxes.
sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren. But I can't farm without my equipment.
The salvagers stole your equipment?
Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Khoonda to be serviced. On the way
Dude,
back to my
vaping isn't
farm,
good for
I
you.
took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins.
It makes you look like an
Laborers
asshole.
Came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare.
Why doesn't the administrator help?
It's hard to deal with womp rats when you got a gundark on your back. I believe she'll get around to it, but I think by then it'll be too late. I understand that the wheels turn slowly on this sort of thing, but my crops are in immediate danger. The salvaging laws on Dantooine are a mess, and in my mind, they favor the salvagers.
Are you sure it's a salvager?
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that.
I already asked what they
farming
stole.
Equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager. If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful. I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you.
No, Life Day was November. See what I can do.
That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Are you the one that was running away? Nope, you're just staff.
Ah, you have called me. Have I not told you that I don't like interruptions? Now, this is a disruption that is most welcomed. This news bears some thought. You have done well. This time, do not interrupt me again. Preparations need to be made. Another.
There are at least two types of malevolence, or subjugator. There's the malevolence, which is the one most people know Grievous has. There's devastation, which was also in the show. And I think there was even I can't remember if the other one was synced as well. Because there might be three types. Because devastation has like the cannon at the front, and that's the one that flew into a planet, I'm pretty sure. You guys are just standing here chuckling while everyone's waiting for their meeting? Hi,
Your
Garvik.
luck is not of the hapless settler. You are the newcomer that lands in a battered ship, yes. No friendly greetings are here for you.
My ship isn't battered.
You act like I have insulted your man. Your ship I haven't seen. But if it takes after you, it can't be.
That's fucking rude.
Condition. I am done being inconvenienced by you.
You're not doing anything, though.
Another interruption.
Fucking
you must not have heard who I am. Waste another's time, not mine. Someone
Slicey slice.
important.
Alright, I'm satisfied that I have gotten my retribution.
A visitor. Please, come in. Welcome to Khoonda. I am Administrator Turina Adare. You're the owner of the, ship that just landed?
Excuse you? None of you have any ships. I came in that ship, yes.
And unless I'm much mistaken, that's the Ebon Hawk. That vessel has been on Dantooine before, during the war. That was a Jedi vessel.
Don't tell me you want to collect the bounty?
Of course not. I'm trying to stabilize an entire planet. An exchange bounty, no matter how abundant, is little use in that endeavor. But if a Jedi...
That bounty is no longer abundant, it's abandoned.
Secret. Right or wrong, our settlers blame the Jedi and their hidden enclave for their suffering. I remember the old Jedi Masters and the considerable help they lent to Dantooine. I still maintain discreet connections with Jedi. I suppose your arrival here...
Oh yeah, Vrook sent me. What do you mean by that?
My friend, let's just call him Vrook. We've known each other for many years, and our continued friendship could create many problems in the current political climate. He came to Dantooine not too long ago. He was looking into something quite important. He's gone missing recently. Did he send for you in case something went wrong?
He sent for me. He said you'd fill me in on the situation when I arrived.
We need the skills of a Jedi more than ever. He was helping investigate Azl and his mercenaries. But he had his own errand to run in the Enclave. Jedi business of some sort. He went into the sublevel, which isn't without its dangers. And he hasn't returned.
Go on.
I'm starting to fear the worst. Would you be willing to go to the ruins of the Enclave to look for him?
I actually came here to search the Enclave ruins anyways.
This could work to both of our advantage. You can search for artifacts for your own interest, and also for Vrook at the same time. I will have one of the militia transmit permissions to the Enclave's security door. Go expecting danger, for you will most certainly find it there. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
What was Master Vrook doing for you?
He was investigating the mercenaries for us. We've been increasingly concerned about them. Their behavior has always been antagonistic, but recently they've been behaving differently. Vrook was investigating this when he disappeared. We were counting on any hard intelligence he could provide. Our other assets have been unavailable recently. If you find any information on the mercenaries during your stay on our planet, please report it to Joran or myself.
I'll be going now.
What brings you to Khoonda?
I'm not actually that interested. I want to go through the there we go. It's D&D, so doors are always an issue. Gotta remember back to KotOR and the way the map went then. Is this the murder scene? I feel like that's where you do that little murder mystery one. I feel like the Cath Hounds are not going to be much of a problem. Okay, you're gonna fight them.
No one crosses me and lives.
I'm not doing any damage. See if we can round up a bunch of them at once. Come on. Alright. Now we get all of you in one place. And we just spam. We gotta do it efficiently.
A weakness is time to die.
On to the Enclave.
TSLRCM gathered a group to go to the sublevel.
Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing your credits and curiosity?
Fortunate. This camp smells like... it's a pleasure to meet you.
A civilized person with manners. Very rare in this part of the galaxy. I am most honored to meet you. If I may, a question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? A powerful Jedi holocron.
You found a holocron? I'm impressed.
You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky, for I will sell it to you for a low price. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. You should buy it quickly before others come.
Can I inspect the holocron? Maybe it's broken.
I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits.
That is a remarkable fake, but it's not even worth the time you wasted describing it.
How did you know? Will I never unload this accursed thing? This isn't my fault. You can't blame me.
How isn't this your fault?
This forgery has passed through several hands in this camp. I am merely the latest victim. I wish to abandon this dung heap.
So you didn't make this?
No, of course not. Another salvager sold it to me, and he bought it from another one before him. When there were more salvagers,
so what you're saying is the local economy is thriving.
There are few of us, and I'm stuck with this garbage. There's no way I can make it home to my family and children.
I doubt you even have a wife.
You with all your observations. I'm not going to talk about the holocron anymore.
It's a body pillow, okay?
What should we talk about?
Do you know anything about a thief?
You should talk to Dorala. I've told her everything I know. I think I saw the thief by the ruins of the Enclave. I believe that the thief has to be living in the sublevel, because every place else has been visited many times by the salvagers. I didn't get a clear look at the thief. It was dark, and the ruins provide many hiding places.
I have to... Dorala? Okay.
You a new salvager? Or one of those Khoonda cantina rats coming here to complain?
I guess I'm a salvager, technically.
Well, we don't need another one. Look around this camp. We got the salvaging more than covered. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing you're gonna find.
Have you heard anything about a thief around here?
Don't tell me that flaming Sulru sent you. I went over all this with Zeron. We've been hit by the flaming thief more than he has. Every other night it seems we find something missing. And it's not like we have much. We keep asking Zeron to help us, but he sends us nobody. So the thief keeps coming from the ruins or whatever hole he lives in and taking what's ours. If we ever catch him, we'll take our time killing him.
Why haven't you tried to tell Sulru?
I hear he's planning to shoot anybody that goes on his farm. I'm just glad we're not the only people suffering. Maybe if he moans enough, the militia will do something.
The thief comes from the ruins?
That's our best guess. Sneaky as sin, but Raylan caught a glance of him that way. We keep hoping the Legrex finish the thief off, but that would be far too easy for us. If you haven't met Raylan, though, he's not reliable. He's in the camp if you want to talk to him about the thief.
Alright, I'm going to the ruins. I've come a long way.
If you must. If you can do something about the thief, do it and get out of here. There's nothing for you here anyway.
Alright, bye. I don't like any of you. You all kind of suck. Just gonna go to the Enclave. Look what they've done to it.
Do you feel it? The wound on this world, it is centered here.
HKs.
If we succeed in gathering the Jedi, they will come to this place. And if those Jedi are slain, then all that remains of the Order shall be drawn here as well.
When will this happen?
We will know when the time comes. And I hope our enemies do not.
Yeah, I guess we can go deal with the Mandalorians. And then come to the thing. Then we'll get Disciple, and I don't really think I want Disciple with us. This guy's strutting. Alright, everybody, come on. You all need to die efficiently in one path. Come on, Cathhounds. Come on. We're going to Visas. You fool. Lightning. There we go. Kill them all at once. Oh, shit. Goddamn horny Cathhounds. Get back here. You were supposed to be with the other ones. Oh, we tricked him. Whee! No saving throws.
No one crosses me.
Round and round it goes. Alright. Ba-dee-ba-donk. There's a lot of them. Alright, we need to heal up a bit. Alright, Canderous. Canderous, can you handle this? Okay.
Look who's walked into our camp, boys. Mandalore himself has come to visit us.
I am the new Mandalore. I have reclaimed Mandalore's helmet, lost after our defeat at Revan's hands. Assemble the rest of your clan. You will return to Duxon. We must come together as we were before and prepare to fight a new war.
Can we stop with fucking wars, guys?
And if I take that helmet from you, guess that makes me the new Mandalore. I've always wanted to be called that.
Are you missing out on the themes of this game? Wars are bad.
In the past years, but even still, I will not stand idly while a usurper claims to be my leader.
It is unfortunate that you feel that way. Perhaps I'll be able to change your mind. Stay out of this. This is my fight.
I don't want to stay out of this. Alright. Alright, I feel like the Shiarn is kind of the best one or something that I can easily find right now. Do you have like a strength? Sure, why not? There you go. Ludo crushed his armband. He's not hurting at all. This is... No one's hurting anyone. Alright, everyone, if you just want to go and take 5, take a quick break. We'll be back. I don't want to waste that. You know what? Fuck it. Just take the alacrity. Do some drugs in the middle of the combat. See if you can get some better hits in. See if Flurry will do any more damage. It's like we're hitting all of them, so I feel like Power Attack is probably going to do the most in a reasonable amount of time. Yeah. Maybe if we crit? Because we're definitely hitting. Nope, we're missing. No, that's still terrible. Master Power Attack. Here it is, guys. Last hit. Got him.
No, Mandalore. We will follow you. Good. I have no desire to spill any more Mandalorian blood today. Gather your clan and return to Duxon. You have seen the last of your mercenary days. Yes, Mandalore.
Mandalore, the Mandalore. No, I didn't talk to you. Okay, Google thought I just said cantaloupe. It's not entirely incorrect. All right, is everybody happy now? You have different armor.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need.
I know how this works. A mercenary or two can easily get work during the dry times as a bounty hunter or bodyguard. There's always odd jobs around. But large mercenary groups have to wait for things to get interesting to make their credits. It can be very lucrative and challenging work if there are battles to be fought.
If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it?
I like how Candace started just talking to the wall. Do you know anything about a thief?
I know about the thief. The amount of noise the settlers have made over that thief, you'd think he stole their whole planet. Before you ask, I have no idea who the thief is. It's not one of us. If we wanted something that bad, we'd just take it.
No, that's what the thief is doing. You seem to misunderstand what the thief, like, what thievery is. But I can see how you might... Okay. I heard you've been making trouble for... I heard you've been making trouble for the settlers.
What if we
do?
The
Boulder doesn't
They're practically
appreciate
begging
this.
to be pushed around. You've seen them, right? They're weak.
At least they have a fucking building. You guys and the salvagers, you have like a fucking garage behind you. Their skills may not lie solely in warfare. This isn't a failing.
You sound like a flaming Jedi. I didn't just mean their weapons. I meant their character. They're very quick to blame everyone but
Your
themselves
character
for
kinda
their
sucks.
problems. So
He's
the
just a
galaxy
goatee and
has
a
dealt them a
ponytail.
bad hand. They should ante up and get back in the game. The administrator is different.
Okay. Good for you. I mean, if they got Mon Mothma's Jedi Knight voice actor, it does sound kind of like Jaden. Alright, enjoy your weird little fires, guys. I'm gonna go find Disciple. Alright, I'm gonna go kill some HKs.
Announcement. You have caused annoying threat.
Okay, it's the Team Rocket thing. Don't you ever know when to quit? I am out of life. Let's heal again and then that.
Systems failing, Master.
Systems failing. Alright, I'm gonna level you up. Attributes. You are gonna get a dexterity. So one of us is actually good with lightsaber. A nice stealth. A treat injury. A feats. Gonna get some feats. I'll add that feat. And then she can have a second lightsaber pretty soon. You can have that. Canderous, you can auto level up.
Is mine.
Nice crater.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Kathhound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody? What do you want?
What's the problem?
I managed to get this sad lot of salvagers to work together. Then we get 2 rooms into the sublevel, and we get swarmed by Lagrex. And even then we fight our way out. But of course the only one that managed to grab the salvage is still in there. I don't even know why I bothered.
Are you going back for him?
Are you kidding? Of course we aren't. He's on his own. I only wish he didn't have the salvage on him. Now, if you don't mind, we're going someplace you can't eavesdrop on us, and get down to our business.
Alright, have fun! You'd think maybe you would have put some time into protecting the guy who's weighed down by the backpack with all the shit you're trying to take? But I guess, like, I'm not the one that planned salvaging missions, so I don't know these things. Okay. And all the other Jedi are supposedly coming to Dantooine. So are they all just, like, standing here? Alright, Lagrex. You're... It's a little cliche, but you are, in fact, shorter than I expected.
For Clan Ordo!
A weakness is revealed.
I was expecting big, like, Tyrantotech beasts, but it's just a fucking Kinrath who hasn't seen sun for a few days. Most Kinrath haven't seen sun for a while. Like, you're not really worse than the Kathhounds. In fact, you're easy. You are worse than the Kathhounds in that I can kill you in that. Well, you're stabbing the locking mechanism. Alright. Up through here. The old Jedi foot pool. Ooh, you look a little eaten. You guys want to deal with that, please? Items received, dead salvager.
For Clan Ordo!
Yikes. You found a body of a salvager in the Enclave ruins. Perhaps someone in the salvager camp and know who this poor fellow was. So I'm just gonna drag his corpse around like, do you guys know this guy? That just seems gross.
A weakness is revealed.
It's like that Tor mission. This seems decidedly bigger than the Enclave in KotOR I. Though, to be fair, I didn't exactly explore much of it. KotOR really doesn't have much in the way of, like, large dungeons. Like, this already seems relatively large, for KotOR II in particular. Like, as a sub-area of the overworld. Because some of the overworlds play pretty heavily into datapad. The journal was found near the gnawed, clean skeleton of a salvager. The last entry is of interest. I made it farther into the Enclave than any other salvager. I discovered an untouched storage room. The computer in the power relay station should allow me to open the security door. Once I figure out how to sneak past the Lygrex that have made the nest there, I will leave Dantooine rich. Oh, you didn't.
Where that came from?
You guys could have waited. To be honest, I was actually just gonna kill it too. So I can't get too mad. I didn't bring like Mira or Adam or Vander, so this is more of a stabby 4C group. Computer panel. Access work log. View pending work log. Task 1046B, Head Technician Durger Chester. I'm here investigating complaints of the storage room door sticking shut, following a recent mishap with a defective flaming protocol droid. My assistant Tarn will be on hand to open the door for me if I get stuck in the storage room. The prior work logs. Please verify that the main computer is active. Contact Head Technician to resolve this issue. Return to main. Open storage room door. Non-responsive. Local camera control. Power relay? Entrance? Okay, that's where we just came from. Droid bay. That's a lot of droids. Return to main. I'm not going to overload the terminal. I feel like that wouldn't necessarily help. Or if I overload it, does that help? Alright, let's get out of here. Any second now. There we go. Hey look, it's the bag. They did make it in. Nope. The Nagai combat gloves. Here's the workpad of Durger Chester, the late head technician of the Jedi Enclave. There's a personal note written here. It's been a couple of weeks and no one has come for me. I can only assume the Enclave was destroyed topside and now I'm buried alive in here. I've tried using the equipment in the storage room to hack, force weld, or blow that flaming security door open, but nothing I've tried works and now I'm running out of food. Well, you died. Got crystal, a couple credits. Life support pack, hyperadrenal stamina. Footlocker. There's not even that much in here. Like I could sell this for maybe $1,000. I guess that's enough for these people to leave the planet. But then a lot of them came here looking to salvage these rooms. So you all kind of suck. Everyone should just leave. Oh, you know what we haven't done is give Canderous his blaster back.
Who wants to die first?
Thank you, Bassess. That was very helpful. Is this where Vrook is? Nope, Disciple. Fuck you. I wasn't expecting to find anyone else here alive.
I am an historian and scientist working for the Republic, although I'm certain my contemporaries would judge me more a historian than scientist.
What are you doing here?
Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi. I had heard mention that one of the Jedi Masters had gone there, but I found no trace of them.
That's not the only reason.
The other reason was the ruins of the Jedi Enclave, and once I arrived, I felt it was necessary to stay, to protect what was left.
Left?
Much had been taken from the Enclave, both by raiders and others. I wished to preserve what I could.
What others?
Many artifacts were taken from the Enclave, but these thefts, they had to have been done by someone who knew the Enclave well. I suspect the Jedi themselves took the holocrons and records, but I do not know why.
You mentioned holocrons?
Someone has been taking holocrons from sites across the galaxy. It is almost as if someone does not want their knowledge used to find the Jedi. The situation on Dantooine is echoed in other places in the galaxy. Raiders, smugglers, all seek to plunder what remains of the Jedi, and even the Sith. More so than the Jedi themselves, I fear the loss of their history.
What's that?
Much has been forgotten in recent wars, and I fear that greater troubles shall stem from that loss of knowledge in the future. The destruction of the Academy on Ossus near the Kron Drift in the Sith War, the teachings of Master Arca, the adventures of Jolee Bindo on the Rimward missions. All of these things are in danger of being lost forever. What else would you like to know?
You look familiar to me.
I imagine in your travels of the galaxy you've seen many people. Faces tend to blur together after a time. What else would you like to know?
My head model was used for other reasons. Why do you work for the Republic?
I'm trying to save the Republic. Dantooine and the Jedi Order are instrumental to that effort. Despite the troubles of the Jedi Civil War, there are those among the Republic who still favor the Jedi and wish them to return. And there are admirals within the fleet who recognize that the Jedi must be found if the Republic is to hold together. Yet as long as Onderon remains within the Republic and the efforts on Tilos succeed, that is all that matters.
Why Tilos and Onderon?
The Republic is fragile right now. Tilos is important because its success will determine whether or not the other dead worlds receive the same reconstruction efforts. If Tilos is rebuilt and made habitable again, it will affect a string of worlds along the Rim.
And Onderon?
Onderon, strangely enough, was unaffected by the Jedi Civil War. It's almost as if Revan didn't want to attack it. Its resources and position on the Rim make it a vital supply line and guard post against Outer Rim attacks. Also, it's the only world in the Republic still capable of seeding ecosystems into other dead worlds. Onderon's wildlife is some of the most aggressive in the known galaxy. Merely placing some of those beasts on target worlds will guarantee their habitation for years to come.
I'll be going now.
Before you go, I had a question for you. You came to Dantooine in search of Jedi. Why?
The Sith are awake in the galaxy, and I'm going to need their help to stop them.
If the Sith are rising in the galaxy again, then it is strange the Jedi would not be there to meet them, and that we have not seen more evidence of the Sith.
Visas, can you get over here? Trust me, the Sith are out there. They've been hounding me since Paragus.
No, I believe you. I merely find such subtleties among the Sith to be strange. They have been known to practice deception, but in the histories, since the time of the Dark Lords Khoon and Keldroma, and Revan and Malak, such subtleties have been rare. In any case, it seems to me like our goals are compatible. If you would have me, I can apply my knowledge and skills to helping you find the answers you seek.
We would welcome your company. I'm gonna take Visas and then Disciple.
I am ready.
I am ready. We got Strength, Dex, Con. So he's high Dex. Mandalorian Ripper, I guess. Or Disruptor Rifle. Dana just killed me with a lightsaber. That looks nice. Soft and glittery. I've never had a lightsaber that could wrap around stuff before. Huh. Could it even be done on time?
Maybe.
God, I spent so little time looking at any of our equipment.
How may
good
I
enough.
serve?
You just need someone shooty, and I think you'll have dialogue prompts in this. 3 dead mercenaries lay here, accompanied by signs of combat. Each of the mercenaries bear evidence they were killed by a lightsaber. Vrook, what are you doing? Azkul's orders? Datapad contains orders from Azkul, the leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine. Vrook has wandered into the Enclave alone. You will take a full squad and capture the Jedi alive. Bring him to our Nook. Bring Vrook to the Nook, and the Kinrath caves to await transport to Narshta. He will fetch a fine bounty. No one's really staying on top of things in Dantooine.
You have left me
Is
an
Vrook in
opening.
here? The beeping isn't good. Fix the terminal. Access work log. Contact head technician. Access system commands. Overload terminal. In 5 seconds. Everybody? Oh god. You guys okay? I think you're okay. What did that do for us? Didn't even open this? Come on. Credits. Well, that sucks. I blew up half the temple for nothing? What a waste. Well, let's go kill some more Ligrex.
Defend yourself!
I'm gonna defend myself. I'm just trying to get them
You
to...
have left me an opening!
Disciple, I swear to God, if I don't see you hit a shot soon, I'm gonna continue to dislike you. I started liking you slightly more for about 3 seconds. You're really not adding much, and you're talking a lot during these battles. So... you're gonna have to do something.
You have left me an opening! You have left me an opening!
He's so talkative. Like, only HK talks more than you. You're not even the one streaming this. Droid warfare upgrade. Is Vrook just in that cave? I feel like Disciple is all we get out of this. Overload terminal. 10 seconds. Thank you, Panagioters. Love your vids and the raw mod is awesome. I assume you mean Follow the Republic. But thank you. Yeah, Raw is something else. A lot of people just end up calling Follow the Republic Republic at War. Republic at War has much better SEO as a name. Is symmetrical so far. We haven't actually been to the council chamber, so that'd be like in the middle here. So maybe Vrook's in there? I doubt it. But I am pretty sure that all the other Jedi were supposed to be coming here. Found a will on the salvager. The will states that all of his possessions should be left to another dead salvager you found. Don't change the will. It's badly misspelled and indicates that if he dies, his possessions should go to the other salvager that ventured in the sublevels with him. Okay.
This one is
okay, I guess this just goes straight out. There's literally nothing in here.
Defend yourself!
Is someone out there? Anybody? Help!
This isn't Vrook.
They're everywhere.
Or is
Help me! I'm trapped in here.
Are you Joran?
Yes, yes I am. I locked the door in here. I thought I was going to be Lagrek compost. Did you take care of him, stranger?
There's still some Lagrex around.
Please, take care of them. I can't stand much more of this. If you do manage to clear a path, please come back.
Okay. Come on, can you all get together? I think that's everyone, because we've been through the rest of this. Oh, yep, the Lagrex are all there. And now we've made it open for everyone to come in and take whatever they want.
Is that you?
The Lagrex in the area are dead.
You must be fierce with a blaster, then. Give me a moment. I sort of jammed the door a bit. Just don't leave.
It's old Disciple.
Thanks for saving me. I thought those Lagrex had me for sure.
Before you go, what were you doing down here?
It's all Tapele's fault.
She said the entryway to the sublevel was safe enough. This area's hardly been explored. We barely got in here. And then everybody started going left and right, grabbing anything they could. It was every man for himself, and nobody was watching for Lagrex. Then, before you know it, we were under attack by those beasts. So salvagers were running every which way, and they left me to die.
Why were you down here if it's so dangerous?
All the easy pickings have been picked. Now everything that's worth more than a glass of Juma juice is long gone. So this level's about the only place that's left.
Who are you even selling anything
to here? It's very dangerous
here?
Down here. Almost
like the
nobody's
farmers
managed to
want
get
their
anything
equipment
from down
back,
here.
but like,
not that it matters.
Almost nobody? Who's the almost?
There was a group that managed to get in and got one of the biggest hauls ever. Tapele said we could do that too, but they were a damn sight more organized than we were. And they've caused more problems dead than they ever did alive.
How'd they die?
They were the first to really get anything from this damn level. They were so confident they went right back in. A bunch of us salvagers waited by the entrance. Only 2 of the 4 came back, and 1 died right away from his wounds. The other man was going to be rich, but then he picked a fight with Garavik. It wasn't much of a fight, and there was no one left. And that's the whole problem.
How can dead people cause problems?
Well, since every last one of them is dead, their find is sitting in the militia's headquarters. That's one of the biggest claims ever, and they won't give it to nobody. So people keep saying that they were owed by the dead salvagers, or that they're related. But Zoran isn't an idiot. The only thing he's gonna believe is a will. And after some tried to pass less than authentic ones off on him, now he'll only take a will and their personal effects.
Leave quickly before more of the beasts
You don't
come.
have to tell me that twice. If you want to talk to me, I'll be by the salvagers camp. I'm leaving before the Lagrex come back.
Bye. Did you leave anything in here? Of course you didn't. Alright, we gotta deal with the mercenaries standing by the door, I guess. Jedi Conference Center 1. Alright. I think this leads to the council room thing. The area you spend most of your time in KotOR? Right? Because... or not? Maybe not. It's been too long. I mean, this Let's Play has been going on for like a year. I need to not do that again. And I think it was like a year before that I started KotOR 1.
You have left me an opening! Together then!
Oh, so you can't go at all to the... hi? Bye?
My Lagrex! You've killed me! They're my pets!
Are you the thief that Silver was complaining about?
I'm not a thief! People give to the Jedi in exchange for service. They were just giving.
Why'd you try to kill me?
You're one of them. Just another stinking salvager and thief, stealing what belongs to Jedi.
I sense you have a connection to the Force.
I am a Padawan, and one day I will learn enough to be a Jedi.
How'd a Padawan wind up here?
I was studying here when Darth Malak and the Sith came. I was outside the Enclave when my master left me at the Mandalore estate. Shen protected me. But the Sith came asking questions. All the Mandalores died. But I hid. Even when the estate was burning, I hid. So I hide. I'm hiding until my master returns.
I was once a Jedi too, and hopefully will be again.
We're all so broken. Things have gone so wrong. Please tell me there are masters left that can teach.
There are Jedi around, they're just in hiding.
They are like me. I thought I was alone. Are there any masters?
We didn't kill them. There's no one left to teach anywhere.
But what should I do? I just don't know what I should do.
These dialogue options are like very presumptuous of what you're actually doing. You can forge your own path, free of rules.
There was just no one else to talk to. It's been so hard. But just knowing I'm not alone. There are others like me. It may be enough.
About stealing.
I know that was wrong. I'll stop. I was just trying to get enough credits to eat. But I'll think of something else. Something that doesn't hurt anyone.
I'm a Jedi and can use any artifacts you found. Oh my god. We can't help her at all. We can't say anything like even remotely nice during this conversation.
You can have them. I had a holocron, but it said terrible things. I threw it far away.
What did it say?
It told me the Jedi were no more, that I needed to survive and do anything to protect my home.
Was it a Sith holocron? Holocrons can be dangerous.
They're a bad holocron? I thought it was a dead Jedi Master trying to help me. He sounded so reasonable.
Listen to your master's lessons, not the holocron.
The holocron was more forceful the longer I learned. It frightened me.
Where's the holocron now?
I threw it into the ruins. I went back to find it, but the salvager stole it. It was my only teacher.
What are you gonna do now?
I don't know. I'll try to find a master to teach me. There have to be some left. I'm not going to use the Force until I find one. So much has gone wrong. Should I feel bad that I feel better? But I still need to find a master. The lessons I learned, I think I need to unlearn them.
May the Force be with you.
And also with you.
Alright, cool. That was... Which room did she even come out of? Was she in here? Hey, on Saul, Merry Christmas. Alright, let's kill some mercenaries.
Brave the perils of the sublevel, yes. Many stories and artifacts in your possession. This is fortuitous for myself and associates. For now, not only do I get rich salvage, but an even richer bounty. Do not be making this difficult. Your death...
Yeah, it's kind of weird that you can't actually do anything. But, restored content. I don't suppose you'd like to negotiate. Nope, I'm afraid your death won't be.
So, this is your threat? Is terror what I'm supposed to feel? We know a thing about Jedi and their ways. And now, Jedi, we shall fight.
Everyone, on the guard! You
Alright. Good job, guys. You all did great. They're becoming one with the Force. Well, that was fun. Which direction are the Kinrath Caves? It's Mercenary Camp. Or the Crystal Caves, I guess.
Joran says you saved him down there. Next time you should ask for...
Ah, so...
Who cares?
I hear you.
You still lurking around here?
I guess it's only people at Khoonda that I gotta talk to for some of those quests. Well, I guess we go the other way. Like, the problem with Dantooine is it's all just the same. All the landmarks are just the same. All the people are assholes, so I don't really want to do any quests for them. There's some Kinrath.
Together then!
Oh no, this is Khoonda again. Or Metales. Oh, hi. You're just standing here.
You have left me an opening!
Alright, I guess we left them an opening. I gotta deal with the opening first. Level up. Skills, computer use, persuade. Powers, inspired followers too. I guess revitalize. Revitalize or super wave, force wave. Let's do force wave. Well, at least on Nar Shaddaa, it's like assholes in a specific way. This is just whiny assholes.
You shouldn't sneak up on an old fella like that. You shouldn't be out of here anyway.
You don't look that
This is
old.
Kinrath territory.
What are you doing out here?
A couple weeks back, there was an accident here. One of the Western Fringe farmers was coming to... We found him dead and his swoop bike all banged up. I've come back a couple of times to try to figure out if that's what really happened.
Do you suspect foul play?
I do. The Kinrath are dangerous. But as long as you stay on your swoop bike, there's no way they should catch you. I've carefully searched this area and haven't found anything. So maybe our man just got sloppy. We really need those atmospheric sensors. I don't suppose you'd be willing to keep an eye out for something, hmm?
Depends what it is. What's an atmospheric sensor?
It's technical. I doubt you'd understand. I doubt you'll be able to find any evidence of what happened here. But you might come across the atmospheric sensors.
Yeah, so tell me what they look like at least.
They have to be somewhere. If you find any of them, just come back here. I'll pay you 1,000 credits for each one you can find.
Jesus.
Even if they're broken.
He's just handing out money. Okay. Any idea where they could be?
No idea whatsoever. I figure it's a real long shot you'd ever spot one. But I also figure it wouldn't hurt to ask.
See what I can do. In that, I may, at some point, see what I can do. Go to the mercenary camp. There's probably like a whole bucket of them. But I also don't care about credits that much. So. Don't care. See, this always threw me off in KotOR 1. Because the cave is kind of inconspicuous. Just slathering themselves all up with Kinrath glands.
Defend yourself!
Disciple, we're in the middle of something. Do you want to do anything about that? Okay, never mind. Hi, Arnold.
Me an opening.
Oops.
How may I serve?
I was too busy trying to talk to Arnold.
You have left me an opening.
No, don't die. No, don't die. It's crucial that you don't die.
This battle is joined. This battle is joined.
There, Mitra, you want to stand up now? Sure could use your help.
I am listening.
I
am ready.
You shouldn't be sneaking around like that. These tunnels are too dark to tell man from beast. My apologies. No worries. What are you doing here? There are dangerous Kinrath about. The Kinrath don't attack you. Why is that? That's a trade secret. I'm afraid I can't share. You just wipe their Kinrath glands all over you. You will tell me your trade secret.
I'd be careful when doing that. Sometimes it can permanently damage a mind.
I will tell you my trade secret. Recently discovered these Kinrath discern friend from foe based primarily on scent. Carrying the Kinrath scent gland allows me and other mercenaries to avoid notice by local Kinrath populations. Do you have an extra scent gland I can use? Sadly, I only have one gland on my person, which I need to keep Kinrath from attacking me. I could extract another for you, but the process takes several hours. Alright, never mind. Bye. I could just slather myself in the dead bodies I've surrounded myself with. Just carry a whole Kinrath. Hello, I am your friend, Mr. Kinrath. They'll fall for it for sure. Thank you, Grunt Owner, for the $10 donation. On behalf of Palpatine's true successor, Trioculus, even wished a Merry Christmas. Please mod report His Royal Majesty's mod shift after you've added it to TR roster for your festive gift. Well, we'll have to see what happens there. Thank you very much.
You have left me an opening. Together then. Defend yourself.
To battle.
Big egg cavern there.
To battle.
That is exactly what
happened. Me an opening.
Jesus Christ. How many masters are we going to find in these stupid things? Master Vrook is enclosed in a force field, a prisoner of these mercenaries. He regards you without expression.
Halt, settler. This is a restricted area.
I feel like he did this on purpose to
How the hell did you get through
them?
the Kinrath? You should leave.
Why are you holding Master Vrook prisoner?
He's a Jedi Master? Well, the bounty's gonna be that.
If I brought KotOR with me, would he be like, no,
playing
actually, please don't do
well
that?
for Jedi, especially if they're alive. I'm gonna say this nice and simple for your little calf-hurting head. Unless you want to wind up dead, leave now.
Open the cage and let the Jedi out.
What? That's a Jedi trick. We trained against that during the war. It's a Jedi, man. Kill her before she tries something else.
It's a rugrat. God damn it.
How may I?
I thought I saved right before the fight. Oh well, at least we're right here. Here, I'm gonna use fucking Force Storm right in front of you. Several times. There we go. Now let's watch her be surprised by the fact that I'm a Jedi again.
Halt.
Why are you holding Vrook prisoner?
He's a Jedi Master? I'm gonna say this night.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not in a question-answering mood. You're not supposed to be here. Leave or face the consequences.
We work out some sort of deal.
I follow my orders, and nothing you can offer will
Your
change
orders
that.
have been rescinded. Did
Besides,
KotOR just not have the
we're gonna
fucking
get rich
phone on when he
off
made
the
this
bounty
call?
for this Jedi.
Or is Dantooine just that disconnected? Open the cage and let the Jedi out.
That's a Jedi trick!
Alright, this time I'm going to be able to do that. And then that. Oh, they're all dead.
Always rushing into action without thinking of the consequences. What? You're expecting thanks? Khoonda is in danger, and you've ruined the best chance of averting a full-scale conflict.
Always a pleasure, Vrook. I see you still have your cheery disposition.
Is this a joke to you? People's lives are at stake. Every action has consequences, no matter how small or insignificant they seem. And even the smallest choice has the potential for harm. The Mandalorian
Well, who was it in the cage?
Wars was
KotOR
proof
or
of
something?
this.
And they...
Intentions mean nothing if a
I can never
greater
remember her
tragedy
name,
is caused.
which is which, whatever. Is this the same careful timing you were counting on in the Mandalorian Wars?
Did you think rushing into battle against the Mandalorians did anything but bring more harm to the galaxy? It only served to bring about a second war more dangerous than the first. Countless Jedi died in both conflicts, and everyone who followed Revan and Malak died or returned to the dark side. Except, conveniently, you.
So you still think I'm a Sith?
You were always difficult to read. As a Padawan, and again at your trial, and perhaps more so now that we are here on Dantooine. If you wish to prove yourself, then do so. Khoonda's in danger and they need our help. The mercenaries have allied themselves with the Exchange and are planning to attack Khoonda. They've been holding off for the right moment. And now, since they lost their captive Jedi, they'll attack immediately. I'm going to try to reach Administrator Adare. Time is of the essence.
I mean, they could have just attacked immediately while you were in a fucking cage and couldn't do anything about it. Oh well. Vrook is just bad at everything. The mercenaries have recently made a secret alliance with the Exchange and are planning an imminent attack on Khoonda. With Minister Adare dead, the Exchange would be able to use Dantooine for their illicit activities, completely undetected by the Republic. All preparations for the mercenary attack have been made, and they could attack Khoonda at any moment. Like, you being in a cage did literally nothing to help any of them. And you're not the only one of the Jedi Masters to end up in a cage and then just fucking die.
You are the Jedi I've heard reports of, and I am Azkul, leader of the mercenaries on Dantooine.
Learned you're planning to assault on Khoonda.
That is correct, and I want you to help me.
I'd never help you.
According to my reports, I have 4 times as many soldiers as the militia, and I'm committed to taking Khoonda.
They have what, 3? So you have 12?
I will succeed.
I can kill all of you at once.
Eradicating the
You're all here, right?
You will make it easier for me to take Khoonda. Of course, I will pay well.
I'm not interested.
You'd better reconsider. I can't have a Jedi interfering with my plans. There is a considerable bounty on your kind that I will collect on.
See, now that there's 2 Jedi in Khoonda, it'll be easier for you to lose, so you shouldn't attack them.
I trust you can handle this Jedi.
Why would you leave now? I'm your biggest opposition here. You're bad at this. Men, I'm too important to the plot in a later development for me to leave right now. I got dark side points for not... Okay, well that was unfortunate. I get dark side points for this.
I am ready.
A week of
Force Storm heal. Force Storm, Force Storm.
You have left me an opening!
Heal. Oh, I was rude to them? The Force do be weird, though. Is that like the enlightened centrism of KotOR? Now, you can fight those mercenaries, but you can't be mean to them. Gotta be civil. Killed Garivik, we've killed a lot of people.
I see you have found the elusive Master Vrook. He's told me that his rescue complicated our situation to some degree. I can't say that I anticipated that. I thank you for finding him, though. Vrook has informed me that the mercenaries devised a plan of attack.
So you got yourself fucking captured and didn't even warn them that they were going to be attacked.
Even with a plan,
You're
the
the
mercenaries have
worst.
to gather their forces, then coordinate their assault. So we still have time. I'm afraid the militia has not been adequately trained for the task that befalls them.
What can I do to help?
Our militia is effective at peacekeeping, but isn't prepared for a full-scale battle. If you can do anything to ready them for the reality of it, that would be helpful. Besides that, look around Khoonda and see what you can do to strengthen our defenses. I know that we don't have the perimeter turrets online, and that alone could make a significant difference. Joran says there is a considerable chance they will breach Khoonda itself. Anything you can do to slow them down could turn the tide of battle.
I'll check out Khoonda's defenses then.
Here is a MasterCard key that will open all of the security doors inside Khoonda. Anything that might aid you in your task, please use. Soon, all the civilians will be evacuated. So if you have any business with them, I suggest you take care of it. Whenever you are ready to finalize the defenses, talk with Zeron.
Where? Oh. Where's the computer room? Slice the computer. Turret status. Turrets are active and set to attack friendlies and hostiles, pending base alert status. Change target priorities. Hostiles only. Why would they attack friendlies? What the fuck? What a dumb... I'm pretty far light side. Like, not super duper far light side. I'm slightly above neutral. I've done light side pretty much on every option I can. So it's kind of...
Zeron was right about the mercenaries all along. I guess my ego clouded my judgment.
Security door. Treat injury. I'll heal you.
Thanks, stranger. Thanks.
You. I do like when your actual skills factor into some of it.
Thanks, stranger.
Let's farm some light side points.
Thanks, stranger.
Can I fix the... I feel like they're gonna go for... there. Just some extra light side points. I don't feel like that actually did anything. I imagine I have to do the door from outside. I'm not going to do anything that requires, like, actually leaving. But...
What did I...
Sorry, this door is blocked off.
Well, they don't want the mines to get in anyone's way. I feel like I could still ruin every single mercenary. Oh, we did the turrets, we did some militia healing. Hi, Solru. Found your thief.
Excellent.
How did you deal with Joran?
Your thief wasn't Joran or a salvager.
It has to be someone near their camp, and no one else lives around them. You might be right, but I doubt it.
The salvager has been hit by this thief, too.
Are they turning on their own? Typical. That's about all I know.
A former Padawan was stealing to survive.
Well, Jedi never stop meddling with our world. Even now they're causing problems for us. She's part of the reason why our world was invaded. Why many...
Your world wasn't the only one damaged by Darth Malak.
You don't think I know that? I fought in the war, and it was fallen Jedi that were responsible for the greatest atrocities. They're dangerous, and too prone to fall into unspeakable...
I wonder if the no true Jedi fallacy exists in Star Wars. Jedi were responsible for saving them.
They saved us from their own kind. Without them in the first place, there wouldn't even have been a war.
I don't want to get into
Here's
this.
your reward.
I was right about you. You are trouble. But you might just be the right sort of trouble we need. The mercenaries aren't quick to mobilize, so you have time to do what you need.
I'm ready to finalize the battle
sure?
plans.
Once we're done with that...
I'm certain I've done all I can.
And we got a lot to do.
I'm certain I've done all that I have the moderate patience to do.
Since you are here to bolster Khoonda's defense, I will hurry to the mercenary camp and delay their assault however I can.
Or, like, maybe help us.
I imagine that the mercenaries have got two goals in this whole thing. Kill me and kill the administrator. The rest of the settlers won't have courage to resist if they succeed.
So, what's the plan?
The administrator's locked up in her office tight, which means that the mercs have to go through us and Khoonda's defenses. It isn't going to be easy. I suspect we're going to have to fight on the inside. They've got 3 entrances they're going to try and break in. Here's the front door, the security door on the side, and the garage door in back. We got 3 squads of militia. We can assign people to the front, back, or inside. Backside has to guard 2 entrances. The front will have to fight more people, and the inside will have to deal with any that break through. So, where do you think the first squad should be deployed?
Main entrance.
Battles that had the least dying were always led by Jedi. I'm gonna go with what you think. Where do you want the second squad?
Okay, let's go.
Alright,
by the
where do you want
garage.
the third? Fine by me.
Okay.
The last question is,
I
where
guess
do you want to
it's
go?
the makeup.
Either the front or the back. I'll take whichever one you don't. That way both sides have leadership.
I'll do the front.
That's what I was thinking too. The main group of mercenaries will be coming through there. Probably be good to put our best soldier there. Once the fighting starts, you gotta stay in your area.
I was gonna like
Guard
double them
half
up
the
on another
battlefield.
one, and then I
Come
take
over
a
to me and
whole
the
set
mercs
on
just
our own.
charge straight into Khoonda. Thanks to you, they're gonna have a tougher job. That's about it. Now we just need to...
I'm ready.
Let's get ready for the mercenaries. If we fall here, all of Dantooine falls with us.
Tell me what you see, soldier.
They're mobilizing the militia. Looks like a lot of activity down there.
They've been warned. It won't be of any use. The plan doesn't change. Captains, prepare your men. Their leader, Administrator Tarina, must not survive the battle. Everything else is secondary to that objective.
Alright, there's 6 of them. I thought you had 4 times as many as us. Oh, there we go. Pew pew! Pew pew! Alright, Visas and Candelorian. Here comes more. I think it was like 12 that were actually on the field. Does seem like there is actually more where that came from.
Soldiers. Fall back inside.
Did we though? I don't know that we really lost anyone. Oh, I guess that was just his side that lost too many soldiers.
So you're the Jedi. I take it you are responsible for the surprises we've had during this battle.
We've
Stand
met.
aside. Our quarrel is with a distinguished
you talked to me
administrator.
earlier.
This isn't your problem.
The cloning program here is out of control. Don't want to fight. Throw down your weapons.
Is that supposed to convince me, Jedi? I was trained by the Sith. My unit killed many Jedi. I'll give you one last chance. Leave the administrator to her fate.
I won't let you kill her.
Then you've allied with these flaming settlers.
Isn't that clear
The
from me
galaxy
murdering,
doesn't
like,
tolerate weakness.
30 of your dudes already?
I was trained at Malak's academy. Your tricks won't work on me. You're just another dead Jedi to me.
Sorry I was held up, but it looks like I've arrived in time to pull you out of your predicament.
We were doing fine. What were you
Kill them
doing? You
all.
didn't delay their shit by... You son... I resent everything you have said so far. Sorry, Candace. Just gonna go help them.
Thank you so much for your aid. You can be sure that Dantooine will not forget how the Jedi protected us from this threat.
The Jedi? It was just one Jedi, actually. And I'm considered an outcast by other Jedi.
I'm sorry to offend you. You are, of course, our savior.
I'm just gonna be a little
and
snippy.
I'm very grateful to you.
For Vrook's thanks. I'm happy to help.
We are a humble community, and this conflict has greatly diminished our resources. I hope this reward will be sufficient.
Please keep the credits and use them to rebuild Dantooine, or Khoonda.
I am humbled by your generosity. I will put this to good use. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much work to do. Dantooine will be slow to rebuild, but I am confident now that we will one day achieve prosperity.
Khoonda is safe in no small part due to you. I feel certain that the Administrator wouldn't have made it without your assistance. I may have misjudged you. In any case, I am free to talk about whatever you wish.
Where are all the Jedi?
There are a few of us left, but I do not even know if the others still live. We may be the last. We've been forced to divide our forces and retreat to places which will be difficult for our enemies to detect and attack.
Well, actually, I told them all to come here. Where are these other Jedi?
We have chosen to hide our presences from each
I
other.
found the other ones.
So that the discovery of one will not endanger the others.
I've already met with Zez-Kaiel on Nar Shaddaa.
Nar Shaddaa? Why would he go there?
For the reasons you said. Whatever. Zez-Kaiel was looking for the bounty hunters attacking the Jedi.
It is good that you bring word of him, but you must not speak of it to others. It will only put him and any other Jedi who remain in danger.
He reminds me of Richard. There must be a way to assemble the Jedi.
We cannot. And we have resolved not to until we have found where the Sith are striking from.
So I should find the
But
Ravager?
even as our numbers thin, there is still no trace of them. We had hoped to outmaneuver them. By letting them believe themselves victorious, we thought they would become bold and step from the shadows.
You think they wouldn't have realized that they didn't actually kill you? Well. And what then?
Then, all of us who remained vowed to meet here on Dantooine. From here, we can plan a course of action and carry the battle to them. But so far, they remain in hiding, and Jedi continue to vanish and die. Nah, shut up.
I already told you. We believed it would conceal him.
It is good that you bring word.
Okay. How can you contact each other?
We cannot. But even if we had hoped to I
want to talk about something else, I guess.
You have more questions?
I need to know why you cast me out of the Order.
Because you defied the Council and followed Revan to war. And from that war came another. Do you know how many worlds were destroyed in those wars? Dantooine, Tilos, Sirocco? Do you see now why we counseled caution instead of action? You were the only one to come back and face judgment. But that was because you had lost your connection to the Force. Another casualty of war. No doubt you still blame us for your exile. I had hoped your isolation would give you time to reflect on what had happened, what you had done. But I see it as not. You have more questions for me?
Okay, well, why did you cut me off in the Force, even though everyone else has said you didn't?
We did nothing to you. Accuse us if you will, but it will not change the truth. Cutting one off from the Force. Such punishments are reserved for only a few. Although it was within our power, we did not inflict such a loss upon you. Your loss was a casualty of war, no more.
But I have reestablished my connection to the Force.
Perhaps it is Dantooine, but I do not feel such from you. I feel nothing but what I felt in the Council Judgment Chamber on Coruscant so long ago. Still, you and your connections were often a subject of debate in the Council. It is possible that returning to known space, journeying with others, has caused the Force to stir within you again. You have more questions for me?
At the end of my trial, you and the other masters said something had happened to me. What was it?
You have seen the end of your trial? Perhaps you would like to explain how you came to this knowledge.
I heard it in a hollow transcription of my trial.
That was intended only for the Jedi Council. If what remains of the Council chooses to tell you, then I will abide by their decision and its consequences.
Don't you think I have a right to know?
There is little I can tell you. Master KotOR felt something had happened to you in the war, but all he had was suspicions, not truths. And KotOR was too close to you in any event. He, too, felt the call of war and took to battle more than a Jedi should. His speculations would not help you now, but enough of this. It is knowledge for the Council alone until they choose to reveal it. Do you have more questions
very
for
helpful.
me?
The Sith have revealed themselves.
Have they? I've seen no evidence of them upon Dantooine. Only murderers and raiders.
Because they're not specifically here. If they exist, they've already attacked me.
Why would they attack you? You are no Jedi. You cannot feel the Force.
I don't know. They believe me to be a Jedi.
For some reason, I believe you. Still, I am curious as to how they would
You're just a
know
dick, aren't you?
find you. Your trial was not public knowledge. Regardless, these Sith have struck, and you survived. This is more knowledge than I had before. And that means the Jedi may gather. If you can find others, or find some trace of the Sith threat,
they're all kind of here already.
And from there we may decide what can be done. You have more questions for me?
No, that's... Do you know anything of Force bonds and how to end
Force
them?
bonds? Yes. It is the bond that grows between master and student. Are you saying you have bonded with another?
Yes, and the connection is lethal.
Such bonds normally grant strength to both, but not to such a degree. Are you certain? Perhaps it is merely what you believe. Still, your ability to form such connections, to influence others, was always a subject of discussion, even when you were a student here. Perhaps it is a punishment of a sort. But a bond that ties two lives together, such bonds do not seem natural to me. And with your loss of connection to the Force, it seems such a connection would be impossible.
But I have reestablished my connection.
Perhaps it is Dent. Still, it is possible. You have more questions?
This is like the most repetitious conversation in the game.
I suppose there is something I should show you. It will keep you alive long enough to prove useful. You may lack the discipline for this, but I will attempt to teach you anyway. This subtle technique enhances the duration of many Force powers at your disposal.
He's like fucking.
However, the focus
glowing
required
bright
for
blue
this form
and
can
making
drain
loud
your
noises.
energy quickly and leave. I don't know how you learned that so.
Jesus Christ. Oh, he's dead. Everyone's head is the last to go.
Something you need.
To the Enclave courtyard. That's where we want to go. So I guess the Ravager is next, then. For some reason I thought it might be before you go to the last planet. But... there's so much stuff I have that I could end quests with, but meh. Do you have to do that every time we approach? Seems a little bit unnecessary. Of course, we do need to make an Enclave prop for Dantooine in the mod. Or do I need to go the other direction? I think I need to go the other direction. Yeah. I'm gonna make a proper save for this as well. You guys couldn't deal with the cat hounds for me? Okay.
A weakness is revealed.
Who wants to die
A weakness
first?
is revealed.
Time to die.
Alright, Can I remove you now? Nope. I'm not in combat. Guess I gotta wait for the... Oh, there we go. Rebuilt Jedi Enclave.
Out of my way. I am Colonel Tobin of the Onderon Lord,
clearly dead.
I bring news of the Jedi, a place where you may feed. Tilos, Master. There is an academy of Jedi on Tilos, perhaps hundreds of them. Enough to sustain you, and enough for you to free Onderon. Enough for you to free Onderon.
Oh my god, I'm not spinning. I was gonna say we were gonna spin and then we'd win and that's it.
It is different. It
Yeah,
has
'cause it
been
got
some
attacked.
time.
Unless she's saying because she attacked it and then it's different because it's kind of rebuilt now. Da 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 da.
Forgive me, but I need to rest. Go on. The Council awaits. I will remain here.
Very well, I shall return shortly. I mean, because they'd kind of know what's going on if you show up.
Know that much may happen here, but above all, do not forget this. You may trust in me. We cradle each other's lives, and what threatens one of us threatens us both. And if you find you cannot trust me, trust in your training, trust in yourself. Never doubt what you have done. All your decisions have brought you to this point. And now, perhaps, they shall see what you have become.
It is not as it was.
But perhaps that is for the best.
We were wondering when you would arrive. This moment has taken some time to reach us, and I imagine you have many questions.
Or perhaps you've come for revenge.
Why do you just want to fight? Why did you cast me out of the Order?
We cast you out of the Order because you followed Revan to war. There was no other reason.
No, there was another. You had become different somehow, changed. The war had changed you.
You were no longer a Jedi, but we could not tell you why. Some explanations mean nothing unless the one who suffers comes to the answer on their own. What had happened to you was punishment enough, and the Jedi do not kill their prisoners.
And if you had stayed, you would have changed us, and that we could not allow.
Changed you? What do you mean?
You already know the answer. You've noticed it in those who travel with you.
My companions? What about them?
Have you noticed that when you act, others follow?
Those that travel with you.
There's something wrong here. A disturbance in the Force.
They follow you, Without question, without hesitation.
Against their instincts, and sometimes against their sense.
It is because you are a leader, but that still fails to grasp the meaning of what I'm trying to tell you.
Are you saying I'm controlling them?
It is not an easy thing to explain. Surely you are familiar with force bonds. It is the bond that develops between apprentice and master when one truly understands another. It is developed over time through understanding of each other. Yet you do it so easily, and we do not know why.
You make connections through the Force, and it resonates with those who travel with you. The resonance is even greater when they, too, are Force-sensitive.
Your actions affect others more than you know. You draw others to you, especially those strong in the Force.
When you suffer, their spirit echoes it. And when they are in pain, their pain becomes yours.
Is this going somewhere?
This bond, it travels both ways. When you feel pain or strong emotion...
See, you have this ability, it's called empathy.
And that is why the Mandalorian wars echo within you still.
We don't like empathy. So all those deaths at Malachor?
We did not cut you off from the Force. You were merely deafened to it. Because of that last battle of the Mandalorian wars.
The screams of countless thousands, Jedi and Mandalorians, crushed by the planet's gravity, annihilated.
Their lives still scream across the surface of that dead planet, and within you. To hear the Force over such pain, it is not possible. It was too much for any Jedi to endure, and it is a wonder that you did not die there when thousands perished. All those you had fought with and struggled with. You cut yourself off because you had to if you were to survive. You had hints of it in the war on Doxon. Malachor was simply the final blow.
You were deafened.
At last, you could hear.
You were broken.
You were whole.
You were blinded.
And at last, you saw.
When you returned to us, we saw what had happened. You carry all those deaths at
This
Malachor
scene brought to you by
within
Visas Vision.
And it has left a hole, a hunger that cannot be filled.
In you, we saw a wound in the Force.
In you, we saw the end of the Force.
That makes no sense. I can feel the Force again.
Yes. You can feel the Force, but you cannot feel yourself. You are a cipher, forming bonds.
You're Nihilus.
The life of others, siphoning their will and dominating them. It is the teaching of these new Sith to feed on others, on other Force sensitives. They are symptomatic of the wound in the Force. You are a breach that must be closed. You transmit your pain, your suffering through the Force. Within you we see something worse than merely the teachings of the Sith. What you carry may mean the death of the Force, and the death of the Jedi.
But I can feel the Force strongly.
So you think. It is not the strength of a Jedi you feel.
He's right. It's all the death you've caused to get here. You feed on it, and you grow stronger. You're like Malachor. It's in you, it's what you are now. You must have noticed as you fought across all these planets, killing hundreds, only to become more and more powerful. Why do you think that was?
But what's worse...
Because of the
is that
experience
bonding
system in the game.
It hasn't gone away. It's gotten stronger, and the more attachments you
That's
form...
why I looted those
the more
bodies
you
on
draw others to
Korriban.
you.
And that is why you are a threat to us all.
You know what the choice is. If you don't warn them, then the Republic will fall. All those countless lives, innocent lives.
Or the one.
What if other Jedi went to war as you did, suffered the same events, and emerged as you did? What if there was a crucible that trained such Jedi to consume and kill?
For you, Malachor was that crucible.
What's worse is these Sith that we face. I fear that they have learned the lesson of Malachor all too well. It is what allows them to prey on Force users, to become stronger when Force sensitives are near.
Somehow they have learned their hunger from you. And so you have brought about the end of the Jedi, and perhaps all the knowledge of the Force. But it is of no consequence. Your ability to make such connections, such bonds so easily are why you cannot remain.
And so you wait, as a shadow.
Yes, we are alike that way, blinded one.
I would have thought you would walk with her amongst the Jedi. But that is not the way of the Sith, is it?
Do not speak to me of the ways of the Sith. You, of all of us, have no conception of what it means to be Sith.
You are a threat to living creatures and all who feel the Force.
You will lead the Sith here, and that we cannot allow.
Our judgment before remains. Exile. You must leave. And you must leave without your tie to the Force. It is a punishment reserved for only a few, and only when necessary. But we have the power to cut you off from the Force, and it must be done.
Forgive us, but it is necessary.
If it is what must be done, then I accept it.
Do not be afraid. You shall feel no pain, but this must be done. As long as you feel the Force, you are a danger to those around you.
Enough! Step away from her.
What?
Step away! She has brought truth, and you condemn it. The arrogance. You will not harm her. You will not harm her ever again.
I thought you had died in the Mandalorian Wars.
Die? No. Became stronger. Yes.
Is this your new master, Exile? If so, then you follow Revan's path. Her teachings will cause you to fall as surely as he did.
She is difficult to see. She's like a shadow of the Exile. We sought to lure the Sith out, and now they have come to us.
How could you ever hope to know the threat you face when you have never walked in the dark places of the galaxy, faced war and death on such a scale? If you had traveled far enough, rather than waiting for the echo to reach you, perhaps you would have seen it for what it was. Did you not hear its call on Dantooine, Vrook, on its scarred surface, and in the minds of the settlers?
Welcome, Magistrate.
I have endured your corruption of my other students. You shall not have this one. And you, KotOR, so close to the call of Duxan, tell me, did you not feel what poured from the moon, what had taken place there? And Zezkael, to hide upon Nar Shaddaa, yet blind yourself to all that happens there. So close to understanding the Force. So close to giving it up. There is a place in the galaxy where the dark side of the Force runs strong. It is something of the Sith, but it was fueled by war. It corrupts all that walks on its surface, drowns them in the power of the dark side. It corrupts all life, and it feeds on death. Revan knew the power of such places, and the power in making them. They can be used to break the will of others, of Jedi, promising them power and turning them to the dark side. Did you never wonder how Revan corrupted so many of the Jedi, so much of the Republic, so quickly? The Mandalorian Wars were a series of massacres that masked another war, a war of conversion, culminating in a final atrocity that no Jedi could walk away from, save one. And that is what I sought to understand. How one could turn away from such power, give up the Force, and still live. But I see what happened now. It is because you were afraid. As you would pass judgment on her, I have come to pass judgment on you all. Do you wish to feel the teachings born of the Mandalorian Wars? Of all tragedies that scream across the galaxy? Let me show you. You, who have forever seen the galaxy through the Force. See it through the eyes of the Exile. It is done. She is no more. Take me to Atris. She will have the strength to do what the Council cannot.
What are we gonna do? If we don't stop her, then everyone, everywhere, they're gonna lose their lives.
Yep, Revan's Revenge is going to be a
If I
thing.
lose her, it will be my failing. It is the failing of the Jedi who followed Revan. It is a failing of their teaching.
Soon your ship will come, my master. I will bring her before you, but I will not let you have her. Soon your ship shall come from that which made you.
I know you can hear me. I have always known. It is why I followed you. I have destroyed planets for you, General, but now, this once, if we could save something in this galaxy. I need to do this, or I will die inside, like I died at Malachor 5.
You've gained enlightenment. Master is dead, drained of life. His body is worse than lifeless, and like an absence in the Force. Well. Who was she talking to? Nihilus? Where's Kreia?
She's gone. The handmaidens came for her.
Oh.
They know who she is now.
And where are they taking her?
They'll take her to Tilos, and Atris will do what she'll do with anyone she thinks is a Sith.
But Kreia and I are linked. If she dies...
Yeah, I know.
Kreia's Sith?
Are you surprised? All that talk of hatred, manipulation, and standing on your own 2 feet?
Copy of Atlas
You don't
Shrugged
get any
and
more
the
Sith
Fountainhead
than
that she kept reading
Still,
all day.
If we were all judged by who we were in the past, I don't think you'd understand who we are now.
Then we're gonna have to go to Kilos. We have no choice.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
Alright. So... we're gonna save at the next opportunity, because we're gonna be spinning anyways, probably. Though it didn't happen last time. But that'll probably be where we leave it. And then we'll go into the next stream with... I think it's Ravager and maybe Tilos stuff.
Is something wrong? You look troubled. I can feel it.
Is something wrong? Have you not been paying attention? I fear I have been influencing you all without realizing it.
I do not understand what you mean.
Why are you following me?
I follow you. Feel as I do because it is my choice. I believe in what we are doing. What you are doing. I am here because I choose to be.
But how do you know?
I simply do. There is nothing I can show you as proof, except give you my word. Something happened within the Enclave. What is it?
That I has a wound in the Force, that as long as I live, that wound will never heal.
Then they do not understand you. That is the danger of being a Jedi. When one separates themselves from others, chooses to lead a life of isolation, denying what makes them a feeling being, it is easy to make such judgments. And such judgments, I believe, are made in ignorance. There is no danger in what you represent, other than your humanity. You change others, but I do not believe it is due to the Force. I believe it is because you are a natural leader, and because you feel connected to the people around you. Where they look at you and see the death of the Force, I look at you and see hope for all life. And that perhaps a life lived without the Force is not the punishment it is believed to be. I will understand if you feel you must go alone, but I ask that you do not. Instead, take strength from your connections to others. Do not forsake them, as you did in exile. There are others who need to know you. Tilos needs you. The planet and all its people are in danger if we do not stop the Sith now. Then the Republic will fall. Admiral Onasi, I have found the Exile, and that which hunts the Jedi. The Sith will attack Tilos. They believe many Jedi lie hidden on its surface. We are going there now to aid them. Mikal out.
Alright. That's gonna do it. No, there's more already? I thought you had to walk up to her.
Who is there?
Atris is definitely worse than Vrook.
I am Atris, Jedi Master, the last historian of the Jedi, the last of the Jedi.
Those are titles, words you cling to as the darkness falls around you. It is not the first time we have met, Atris. I was here before.
With the Exile?
Yes,
Karth
I was
is gonna
here
get
both
here.
times
I don't
when
want
the
to talk
Exile
about
was
it.
brought before
Okay.
you.
Who are you?
I was the one who asked her to be exiled.
I did as you asked, so long ago. You seem familiar to me.
Atris, I have always been here.
You are that which has attacked the Jedi. You are Sith.
Sith is a title, yes, but like you, the title is not who I am. It is not what I believe. For you, it is different. Know that there was once a Darth Treya, and that she cast aside that role, was exiled, and found a new purpose. But there must always be a Darth Treya, one that holds the knowledge of betrayal, who has been betrayed in their heart, and will betray in turn. You have bathed in the knowledge of the Sith, but there is not enough truth in such teachings. But it will be a step for you. You have gathered Sith holocrons, Sith teachings from across the galaxy. It is why you have chosen servants who cannot feel the Force. And most importantly, they cannot feel what you have become.
I have sought to preserve the Jedi Order, and I have gathered all that I know of the Sith to this place, so I might find them and stop.
So I can build a
I
shrine.
have wondered if any of these holocrons had survived Dantooine. You have taken relics from one destroyed planet to the devastation of another.
It was always intended for the Jedi to retreat to Tilos should Dantooine be attacked, taking all their lore with them. We could not allow the tragedy at Ossus to happen again.
Such an act marked Tilos for destruction. It is why the Sith came here, though the fleet commanders did not know why. It is why Revan ordered its destruction to mark the beginning of the Jedi's civil war. It was a message that there would be no place for the Jedi to retreat, to hide. I would not be surprised if Revan left other gifts beneath the surface of the planet. Much can be buried beneath graveyards that will never be found.
When the Sith attacked, I felt Tilos die. Turbo lasers fell like lightning upon the landscape, as they did on Dantooine, and so many died. So many voices, screaming in pain.
Yes, such acts leave their mark on the galaxy. Their cries travel far, though few can hear them.
How did it happen?
Search your heart. It was never battle that called to you, never battle that caused you to fall. Malachor 5 has touched many things, and it casts its echoes still.
Why did she betray me?
You betrayed yourself. Do not blame the exile. And unlike you and I, there is still a chance that one may be saved, the one that you cast out.
Where is the exile? I had thought...
Oh, she will come, but it will be too late to save either of us. It is such a quiet thing to fall, but far more terrible is to admit it.
I used that clip in the Revan's Revenge trailer.
Your mistress awaits. She has much to share with you.
Alright. That spinning means it's working. But that's going to do it for this stream. We're going to do Tilos and I think the Ravager next time, and that'll leave M4 and Malachor. or maybe just Malachor. We'll see what I forget what this mod actually re-adds, but I feel like we would have gone to M4 if we had the chance to. But either way, hope you guys are enjoying the playthrough. Hope you have some fun holidays, some safe holidays. Stay home, stay safe, and hope to see you next time. Bye, everyone.